Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I have another comparison video for you guys. Both of these gingerbread houses were released by LEGO in late 2019. The one on the left is the Creator Expert version that's part of the Winter Village sub-theme, and the one on the right was actually a free gift with purchase set just a couple of months later in December 2019. It obviously represents the larger one, which is why I'm doing a comparison video on this, because I really love it when LEGO makes like free mini versions of bigger sets that they sell. We'll start off with a quick look at the bigger house. I've done a full review on this already, so I'll put up a link to it right here. Now, I really love the exterior of this set, but if you've watched my review, you know I have some problems with how it actually functions in regards to minifigures. Around the back, you do have a full interior, and again, if you want to see more details, you can look at that review. There's a side door. My favorite part of this set is definitely just how they built the roof pieces. And then the last function of this set is the light brick, which is something that's obviously missing on the smaller version. And this is slightly modified. The only thing I changed was I added a stud beneath the smoke of the fireplace, of the chimney, because I mentioned in my review that it kind of deformed the pieces and I didn't like that. So here's the mini gift with purchase version. I got this one first. I did get it for free in 2019, while I only got the larger gingerbread house this year in 2020. Now, a big difference with this one is that it obviously has no interior designs. I'm going to be talking more about the differences in the actual comparison shots, but another unique thing about this is that you have this not printed sticker 2019 little festive like kind of plaque. I really like that. And then around the back, the other thing I wanted to mention is that these aren't the backs of 1x2 bricks. These are actually 1x2 plates that have been put on their side. It's kind of hard to pry up just because of how shallow that ridge is. But I really like that because it's a very unique design choice to have like studs not on top techniques right there. Looking at the two together, you can see that most of the most important design features are present on both of them. The roofs are built in the same way. You have like those two triangular sections. You've still got the candy cane columns next to the front door. But right off the bat, we can also start to see some large differences. There's no lanterns outside the door on the smaller one. That makes sense. It would be really hard for them to include it at that scale. But some bigger omissions are the lack of the table out front. I don't know why that's not there. Instead, they've placed like ice all around the front. That's something that's missing from the larger one, but I don't think the larger one needed it, whereas this one would have looked really nice with a mini table like that. And then the other big thing missing are the candy canes. I feel like LEGO could have easily made like smaller candy canes, and I feel like there would have been enough room to put them on the side. So I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do that. And then the other big difference to me overall is just the width of the smaller one. The smaller one seems a lot wider. So this area on the smaller set with the side door and like the separate entrance, that seems a lot wider to me on the mini version than it is on the bigger version. So overall, I think that the bigger version is more condensed on its base, whereas this one's a little bit more spread out. And another exterior difference is the lack of cobblestones. So this set has cobblestones leading up to the front door and the side door. That's missing from the bigger version. I think that would have been a great inclusion on the bigger version, and it would have been really nice to see a little cobble path leading up to the door. Another thing I want to touch on is windows. So I've kind of tried to get them closer by balancing the smaller one on the table outside. So this one uses 1x1 trans light blue and then trans dark pink pieces for the windows, and then for some of them just trans light blue tiles. I think that works pretty well. But I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just copy the same window design from here, because these had glitter trans dark pink and then glitter trans dark purple bricks. I think they easily could have used those, in like these windows. So I'm kind of surprised that they didn't, just to bring it even closer together in accuracy. Here are the backs of the building. What I love about the small one is that you can really see like the layers of icing going through. And as I already said, I really love how they built the back up with like studs not on top techniques. I think that that's really awesome. Now, the small one is actually designed in a manner that I suggested for the bigger one, because on the big set, I really don't like this roof section. I think it just comes in the way. It basically restricts just everything. I think that this roof should be as high as this one, and that this middle section should have been eliminated, or it should just be like flat on top. This smaller set actually has that. So you have like the two triangular sections here are the exact same height. That's something I wish they put on the bigger one, because yes, on the bigger one, like the asymmetry is nice, but when putting a minifigure in the bathtub, it just really bothers me. And like I already said, I really just hate how restricting like the roof, like right in like these sections is. So if they had been separate, or like I said, if that had just been like put up flat, like honestly, let me just remove it. If this piece had been put flat, like right here, I think that that would have made it look a lot better. So the tiny one kind of fulfills my expectations in that regard. So that's about it for this comparison. I just thought it was really interesting because Lego doesn't do this very often, releasing larger and smaller versions of a set at the same time. But they usually do it for creator expert sets, you know, like with some of the cars. And I'm really glad that they did it here, because the last Gingerbread House that we got was another gift with purchase micro scale set in 2015. And I really regret never getting that. So I love that I was able to get this one. But again, like I've said, I think that if they had copied this design more accurately for the larger one, it would have made the larger one a much better set in terms of interior playability. Now, as for the smaller one, I already think that it's a great gift with purchase from Lego. It's quite large for a gift with purchase set. If it was sold at retail, I'm sure it would be like $20 to $30. And there's a ton of detail in it for something so small. What really would have leveled up the smaller one is if they managed to like include an interior. That's completely unrealistic. Lego would never do that. They never really do that with like these micro scale gift with purchase versions. It's just something that I would love to see. So if I could maybe make that in like a custom way, or if someone else has, I'd really love to see that. Another nice thing that the small one could do is like they could have included like little nano figures of the gingerbread people. They wouldn't even have to be like printed, just like that same color. But again, that's really nitpicking. Those things would have just made a good, not even a good, those things would have just made a great gift with purchase set even better. But for how it is, I have no complaints about the mini version, except for the lack of like the outdoor table. I think that that easily could have been added. But I do still have complaints about the larger version. But I'm really glad I was able to do this comparison, because it kind of shows you guys what I'm talking about when I say that I wish the larger one was executed a little bit better. So that's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys with more videos very soon. Happy holidays. Bye for now.